Welcome back, guys, to the SBENU Star League. We're about to jump into our second match of the night. It's going to be Classic versus Soulkey. We just had Dream take out Hyun 2-1. He will be moving on to the winners match.
Yeah, we got to speak to Hyun a little bit after that game. He's disappointed, but not demoralized. He's ready for the next one, ready for the loser of this match. And as you said, Soulkey versus Classic. First map going to be Vani Research. And Soulkey, you know, he's been showing some very powerful ZVP recently, defeating Parting in the Kesper Cup and barely losing out to Hero 2-3.
Yeah, it's huge.
That is insane, Valdez. That is two of the best players in the world, best at PvZ, and he went the distance with both.
Yeah, really pulling for this guy to come through against Classic here. But let's see what Classic has going up here. Going into the chat, he actually said that he was a little bit sleepy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he actually said that to Soulkey. It's kind of a weird thing to say to your opponent.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to throw him off, give him a little bit of overconfidence and be like, oh, I'm a little bit sleepy, but actually I'm going to crush you.
And there he is, the chin toss in all his glory, showing off that bad boy. And he's had some fantastic showing in Pro League this week, actually, Valdez. Defeated two of the players he played against MVP. And besides that, we haven't seen that much PvZ from him in recent times. It would be the Kesper Cup qualifier where he defeated, he lost to Dark 2-0 and defeated Road 2-1. So that's really all we've seen from him recently. And, you know, going into this kind of match, that's a bit of an advantage, you know, less exposed to your style and whatnot. So Soulkey might have had a harder time preparing for Classic.
Yeah, very true. You guys can see the SSL stats up until this point. Soulkey defeating Cure 3-0. Soulkey doing very well for himself these days. Looks like Classic was able to take out Creator 3-1. So, you know, Classic, he's been showing some pretty good PvP these days. Not a very surprising result to me. But let's go into some more detailed statistics for Soulkey here. This is from, of course, December of last year, the beginning of this season.
Okay, and he's doing pretty badly against Zerg at the very least, 1-5. I remember some of those matches. He definitely had a couple of blowouts against Zerg, definitely in Season 1, I believe. Besides that, 9-5 against Terran, that's pretty impressive. And against Protoss, 8-9. Not the best, but I dare say his most recent performances say like he's actually on the level in ZVP, and I'm very excited to see what he can do.
Of course. These guys, of course, they used to be on the same team, SKT. Soulkey, he did leave. So, of course, very good friends they are. Lots of talk in the chat. And they could know their styles pretty well, actually.
That is true, though. It has been a while since Soulkey left SKT, so that's one thing to keep in mind. But you never know who Soulkey's actually practices with, you know, behind the scenes. You know, he could be actually just keeping in touch with these SKT guys and playing with them all the time.
Wouldn't be surprised. And Classic here, you see his results since, of course, last year, 2014, December. Doing pretty well across the board, except against Zerg, but it's just not enough stats here. Like 4 games against Zerg, he goes 1-3.
Yeah, it doesn't say too much, but here we go. Here's a look at the maps we're going to have. Vani Research, King Sejong, and Overgrowth. Soulkey very smartly getting rid of Deadwing and Cactus Valley.
No, same maps we had in the last series, just in a slightly different order. We're going to have Vani Research Station first, once again. Classic, or rather Soulkey's got a very interesting smirk going.
Yeah, he's feeling good about this one.
Let's see what he's got hidden up his sleeve going into game number 1 of Classic versus Soulkey right now. Down here in the south, in the blue, our Zerg player, he is Soulkey.
Up here in the top, we do have the Protoss player, Classic. None of that None of that business this time around, Valdez. I burn out on that one.
It was right. It was good while it lasted. Until that last one, that was...
Did I just ruin it, Valdez? Did I just ruin everything? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Well, let's see how this game starts off. Vani Research, it is an interesting map. Yeah, the build orders can be a little bit different on this one as well because of that back natural, the pocket natural, which is so easy to defend just with buildings alone and a nice little choke on the top of the ramp.
Yeah, very easy for Protoss to secure 2 bases, but 3 bases isn't the easiest. I mean, usually we see some kind of sentry expander. Maybe you throw out an Oracle, try to put on some pressure, defend that 3rd base from getting up. And once you do get that up, you can get to that 3-base Protoss style. But Classic, he is going to expand actually to the outside first. Or at least he was thinking about it.
He was going for a scout, I think.
Yeah, I guess he was just scouting to see if there was any kind of shenanigans going on from the Zerg.
Most likely. On the other hand, though, Soulkey will be the one scouting outside the base. Sorry, not scouting, expanding. And from there, he will be taking that other pocket natural just a little bit later. So he wants to get that creep spread out outside first.
I like this from Classic. He's going to actually Chrono Boost out a Zealot in almost parting style here. It's going to delay his Nexus slightly, but because we see Soulkey going for a very late pool, this could actually do a lot of damage.
It can indeed. It can do a great deal of damage. It's going to disrupt a lot of mining. It's going to be up to the drones if they can get a decent surround on it and try and micro away, or just simply delay until the lings are out and you can do work from there. But a nice move from Classic. Really expecting this from Soulkey as well.
Maybe Parting giving the secret information. Maybe Soulkey was practicing with Parting, and Parting told Classic what to do.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a weird triangle of love going on?
Triangle of love, indeed, Val. That's the perfect way to put it.
Maybe a triangle of backstabbing.
Yeah. Hate backstab. Let's see, the micro here is so important. Oh, loses a drone. Losing a second one. He's got to get these out of here.
And he's losing so much mining time at the same time. 3 drones go down.
This is perfect damage from Classic.
So worth it.
Completely worth it. Not only did he lose those 3 drones, but yes, as you said, Val, is losing all that mining time. Big, big mistake from Soulkey.
Yeah, just maybe unexpected and getting a little bit, nervous in the moment. Overwhelmed, rather. We're going to see another Zealot coming out here, block that window there. A little door into the base.
See what Classic wants to do from here. He's done a little bit of damage to start things off. He's making a sentry behind this. We could just see simply, a forge, a couple more gates go down and go for that 3rd base into something bigger, into something greater. It would make a lot more sense, but he does have enough for a Stargate as well. It's going to be the Robo, though. Valdez.
You think it's going to be a sentry drop? We've seen,
so.
Who was it? It was like Panic? Panic against Flash, I think it was in
I remember
Pro
that.
League. It's a totally different matchup, but it was the same map, and he went for a crazy drop into the back door. He actually just force fielded off that ramp with a double force field, and he killed the expansion and did so much damage.
Yeah, that's could be the same philosophy for this one. Not a bad choice at all. It obviously takes 1 extra force field to completely block it off, but if you've got like a 5 Zealot warp in behind it, like you could just kill that hatchery pretty quick.
So Soulkey is going to see that robotics. Could tip him off.
Should give away a lot. Yeah, it should give away a great deal.
Warp Prison coming in.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess once that Overlord gets the scout, he just switches it straight into an observer.
Yeah, I guess so. It makes sense. Get an observer out, see what's going on. From there, a forge is done. 2 more gateways added. Could just be a simple 3rd base.
He does go into a Warp Prison, though, once again.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Another gateway, so it's going to go up to 4 gates. That does.
Soulkey's going to keep his lings in the main base for now, so that he can't get that ramp force fielded.
Yeah, make sure that can't happen. He's just got to make sure he's in the right place at the right times. Get a nice Overlord spread as well. Only just started link speed, but he should probably make a few more lings as well, because if that's the only lings that you have, 10 lings
against a 4-gate coming out of the Protoss,
you can just warp in Zealots on top of the lings to kill them. Like, it's not enough seeing.
Look at how late this Rotorn is at the same time. We don't know how much Classic is really going to commit to this just yet, as he does put down that third base, but...
Bottom of the ramp, you can get a nice full throw off as well, Valdez.
See exactly where he goes for. These 3 sentries have a lot of energy.
He's looking for it. He's fishing for it. He's not going to find it just yet, but he's going to whoop in everything. And it is only 10 lings after all.
Yeah, and they don't even have speed yet, so there we go. Queen's going to go down immediately.
Wow.
And this is going to do a ton of damage. Look at this. Setting up just another wall, getting into the mineral line. And look at this position. You can just get a couple more force fields down and the damage begins.
The damage does begin. +1 nearly finished as well. 10 seconds away.
Another warp in here of 4 Zealots. All he needs is Zealot Sentry, and he can easily micro stuff in and out of the Warp Prism at the same time. This is doing so much damage.
No, there's no chance that he can hold for now. Roaches are coming out there. Tenon actually are queued up. And he should be able to eventually clean this up, but he's lost so much mining time already.
Look at all those drones. Look at all those drones in the top.
Yep, drones, queens, everything going down. And if he only had 2 force fields, he could maybe just do more drone damage before he has to get out. But I think the damage has been done from here, Valdez.
Yeah.
Third base is already up for Classic. Behind this, you know, just make more gateway units, make an Immortal or 2. There's no way the counterattack can actually do anything.
And easy transition into +2 and Blink, as we do see there. This is buying so much space and time, and even getting a lot of damage done to the Zerg. Already Classic off to a great start. Oh, man. He's still got so many sentries back at home. He's got 8 in total. 3 are still in that War Prism. And he's still floating around the base looking for damage, forcing Soulkey to stay back. He can't even put on any counter pressure. Not that he would have been able to do much damage regardless, but...
That's right.
Just really enjoying that strategy. That was a lot of work. Do you think Soulkey was just playing too greedy in general and just not prepared for it?
He just didn't have the right units for it, or not enough units, actually. Like, if he had, like, maybe 10 more lings, he could have just wiped it out then and there. Instead, it was 10 lings, so he had to force a lot more out, and a second Warpin got in, and from there, it just gets out of hand. And he did take a lot of damage, but he's not out of the game by any chance. He's completely recovered. His economy is all up to snuff, but this could do some more work.
Oh, my God. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. All of the units are out of position. None are back here in this pocket natural. And just 4 Zealots are going to do a ton of damage. You can force field that ramp forever.
Yeah, look at that. He can actually just right-click the hatchery, too.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, that is not good.
Oh, man.
Boy. This is the last thing Soulkey needs right now. Losing a few drones, but losing more mining time than anything else.
He's going to trade 3 Zealots here and some energy, but definitely a good trade once again for Classic.
Yeah, and just so many Immortals coming out, so many more gateways going down, 4 more, 5 more.
He's got that transition to Templar Archives at the same time. Totally prepared. He's going to have that out before Hive is even halfway done. Oh boy, Classic is playing a beautiful game.
Yeah, he's looking unreal. And this is the power of this map, you know, this pocket natural is so vulnerable for Zerg. It's so hard to find a correct sort of way to deal with anything that can come in there. Now, Classic is going to be moving out into the map with a pretty scary composition compared to what we see from Soulkey right now.
Soulkey's trying to pop out a lot of these Hydras. We see another little harass coming back here, but now with Hydras out and Queens, and Roach just staying there, he should be fine.
Yeah, he should be fine from here.
Yeah, Soulkey's trying to get a decent amount of Hydras off to, or out to hold off this attack. We got Storm on the way, and already 6 High Templar.
Wow. And they're going to have so much energy by the time Storm is finished. They could even have like 2 Storms ready. I think they might nearly do so. And this drops, they're still doing damage. This is absolutely insane that Classic has kept this alive for so long. And it's kind of a surprise that we didn't see Aspire come out for Soulkey. Maybe just get like 1 meter out at least. Chase it down, stop it from happening.
We saw Rogue do that one time, make Aspire just for 4 mutas to stop the War Prism harass of Hero. Back when Swarmos were still in the game, Hero was the biggest guy that was just all over the map on the Zerg. So many warp-ins in the back door, and it was so annoying to deal with. So Rogue was just saying, oh, I'll just make a bunch of mutas. Or just like 4 mutas just only to handle those War Prism drops. He ended up still losing the game, but that's besides the point.
It's still a good idea.
Yeah.
And now we are going to see Soulkey move onto the map, but he's up against so much Storm, so many Immortals, so many Force Fields, and everything else. He's going to see it firsthand right now.
Does he even know about the storm? That's the question.
Well, he saw that and he just ran home. He's like, well, I'm done. I'm
Tail
not
between his
fighting that.
legs.
And he's got a couple of Vipers, you know, could maybe go for some decent engagement, but it's going to take a long time to get rid of all these storms, which is going to be the one thing pushing the Zerg back constantly.
Yeah. This is like the scariest Protoss army against what the Zerg has right now.
Well, here we go. Storm's going to go
Oh,
down.
that's disgusting.
Oh, that is beautiful. It doesn't actually get better than that. That's perfect force fields.
Yeah, and Storms to follow it up, hitting everything. Soulkey in a position off creep, couldn't really split much.
Damn, we just lost so many. Remaxing with 27 roaches. Did he actually just lose that many, Valdez? He lost so many units.
And all the Immortals in the back totally protected at the same time. We're going to see Soulkey try to put up a defense. He might just need to sack this fourth base. I don't think he can hold this off right now.
Yeah, he should definitely sack this fourth, but looks like he might commit to defending it until the force fields go down.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, well, I just have no choice.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Little bold there.
Yeah. Loses the Mothership core in the back. Some more storms coming down there on the right side. He's going to need a little bit more. Really nice blinding clouds here from Soulkey.
Yeah, not bad, but he's ran out of them at this point. And now, nothing but a Mortal Stalker left over to crush this.
That's the blink you want.
Yeah.
That's the confidence you want. Taking out a lot of those Hydras in the back, and now just remaxing and only roaches. We see still a bunch of Immortals alive, 4 of them. And even a Viper's going to be taken out before he can do much. Another blink forward, and GG Classic is going to take game number 1. Great game out of this guy.
Great game. Completely torn apart by a simple Warp Prism drop that never got dealt with.
Yep.
And it lasted the entire game, and it created so much havoc in the economy of Soulkey that when it was actually time to fight, he had such an inferior army. He was really looking for like a Roach Hydra Viper timing, and he could just never find it.
Soulkey does not look happy after that loss.
Yes.
That was a hard one to watch, I'm sure, for many Zerg players. The thing I really like about that was just Classic playing the map so well. He just goes back there in the back door. Even the Zealot in the beginning, he's like, oh, I know you're going to go for double hats first. There's just so much space in this map. I'm going to punish you for it. And just from beginning to end, Classic pretty much did everything right, whereas a couple of mistakes from Soulkey losing the game.
Yeah. Just knows Soulkey a little too well, it seems.